Happy Friday, Ranger Nation. You made another week, so welcome to the Ranger Week in Review, the show that goes over everything that happened in your world of Power Rangers and Tokusatsu, now live every Friday night at 8:30 Central Standard Time. We're going over everything that happened to Power Rangers. You know we're talking Dino Fury. Episode 1 just happened. Episode 2 is going to happen next week, and we have this Saturday, and we have a preview for it, so we're going to be breaking that down as well as the episode description for episode 4 is out. We also got stills for episode 2. We have voice actors and stuff that were actually in episode 1, a little bit more of cast breakdown. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. And that's not even including Lightning Collection stuff that's happening. And then in Toku, yeah, there's more figures. Just, you like figures, right? I really hope you like figures. And a Metal Hero series coming to Crunchyroll. Yeah, we have got a lot to break down with that. So I have a drink. I'll open another one. That's fine. I'll drink that one eventually. I have a drink. I hope you guys have yours. Kick back and relax, guys. It's Friday night. You survived. I keep looking. If you see me look right here, I'm looking at my webcam. It's not. I gotta move my old webcam, so I'm looking up here. Kick back and relax, guys, because the Ranger Week in Review is starting right now. I don't even, it's dun dun. What is up, everyone? Johnny, yo, we got Wazow. Have you heard the Zenkaiser Geertlinger sound? I feel like I've heard maybe one or two, but I'm not sure. I have mine on pre-order, and I will be getting it and be playing with it on stream. I'm sure, just like how I have my Dino Fury that I'll probably play with on stream. Let's just get, I guess, let's start with Ranger news. Let's just start with Ranger news, right? So if you're new here, we start with Ranger news, and then we go over to Tokusatsu news, and, excuse me, what we're going to do, because Dino Fury is so new, this isn't exactly a Dino Fury takeover. I'm going to talk about the news of Dino Fury, and a little bit about my thoughts on episode 1 and theories on episode 2. We're going to do the show, and then we're going to save that as the back portion. Man, really, excuse me. We're going to save that as the back portion of the show. Usually try to keep everything about 1 hour. Let's just dive into it. Where do I even start? Let's just start with Zato, right? Let's just start with Zato. Let's just start with the very beginning. Ranger news in general this week, a lot of it pertained to Hasbro's investor call. Now, you kind of like, look, we might learn something, but this isn't a toy call. This isn't something like that. This is simply them telling their investors where their money's going, how the money's being spent, how they're going to get their money back. So it's a lot of stuff like that. So we weren't expecting too much. What we did here was not a lot, because every 5 seconds it's like, and Power Rangers is going to have this brand new exciting universe, and we are, gosh darn it, excited to it's going to be a more phenomenal, and Peppa Pig is going to have new seasons next year with a whole new merchandise. That's about how Power Rangers went. It's fine. The only thing that we really learned was that they kept harping on Jonathan Entwistle in this complete new universe. So that's kind of what I want to know in chat. Everybody down below. So if you're watching this after the fact and it's cut, you can still follow along in chat. It's going to be right down below. What do you think about this Jonathan Entwistle entire new universe? And whenever Hasbro says it's much easier to make footage in-house than to pay to source it, yada yada, and we're going to go forward with a brand new world, you believe in the toy split? Are you still, because I'm telling you guys, this is pretty real. Like, this is gonna happen, and this might be the end of Power Rangers as we know it. If that isn't clickbaity enough as a title, I should probably use that as a video actually later as a title. But if they blow it all up, as I joked on Twitter, you know, Hasbro bought Power Rangers and was like, LOL, I blow you up. They blow them all up with this whole new universe. They're mentioning animation. They're mentioning movies. They're mentioning television. I thought one of them, they even mentioned, like, premium subscription service. So if there's a lot of different things coming in for Power Rangers Dino Fury, on one hand, no Sentai. On the other hand, good movies? So where is all of this going? I wasn't really sure what image to put up with this because this is more of just like a hypothetical conversation with all of you guys, and thank you for all the comments and stuff hopping in on chat. I don't know where this is going. I think Power Rangers, they kept saying, Power Rangers Dino Fury on Nickelodeon and Netflix. They kept mentioning Netflix. So I'm wondering if it's Nick Season 1, Netflix Season 2, or if they're going to try to drop them earlier on Netflix. One of the big things that Hasbro was saying was that they also aren't tied to any certain platform because they're content creators, and then they can just send it out to wherever. So they're sending shows to ABC, they're sending shows to NBC, they're sending shows to Nickelodeon. All of these different ones. They can have shows on Nick Jr. and Nickelodeon, Nickelodeon and Disney at the same time, and it doesn't matter because they're just a production company, and this is what they do. Is that going to help? Maybe Power Rangers Dino Fury, do you think it's both seasons going to be on Nick? They had that 3-year deal with Nick, and now they keep saying with. I think they're just going to smooth it over and just end it. They're going to finish the season, and then I feel like, and this is I kind of feel like they're just going to take a year off of the live action or so. Maybe we'll get like an animated show at that point. Maybe we're just going to have to take a break while they ramp up to the big movie. But they kept mentioning movie, and they kept mentioning in earlier, and they were talking about the things that they have in the pipeline, and they were talking about movies coming out in 2022, 2023, and I would expect at this rate, Power Rangers is probably going to be 2023. That would be asking about 2 years from, we don't know anything about it yet. No, I take that back. We kind of have an idea of like the director, the writer, and stuff like that, but what do you guys think? I'm going to hit up chat real quick. Let's grab my drink. Here, Hasbro's going to reboot the franchise. Yep, Johnny Marrero. What's going to happen with Simon Bennett if Dino Fury is the last season? I don't know. Simon Bennett he did a lot of stuff before Power Rangers. We're going to talk about him a little bit more down in Dino Fury, but he is definitely bringing on a new sense of, for the show, right? And he's really interacting with people on Twitter and social media. A lot of the cast are. But I don't know what's going to happen to him if this is the last season, but I'm sure as many shows and as many productions and stuff he's in, I'm sure he'll land right into his next, directing EP role, and he'll be all right. Alan, as for the split, it's plausible, but I hope not. Saga Monsters, I'm a bit skeptical on it. Do you think the current universe will stop dead? I think they're just going to reboot the whole dang thing. I feel like, and this is one of those head over heart or whatever or theories, but I feel like they're just going to blow it up, and they're just going to start back with like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and a movie, and then they're going to give us like TV shows with little stuff, and then I don't know, but I have a bad feeling they literally are just going to blow all of it up. I don't want Power Rangers history to be destroyed or anything, but that's a little bit of my fear, right? Little bit of my fear. Maybe it'll be on YouTube with the other one. That would be nice. We've got Floof. Welcome back to. I started to start reading your name, dude. I can't read your whole name. We just call you Floof. Biggest problem with the split is that we know they're gonna stick to nostalgia marketing afterwards. Fantastic point. Sentai adaptations force them to do new stuff, and now I fear they'll do MMPR a bunch. That is a very, very, very legitimate fear right there, Floof. Because I feel like they're just gonna redo MMPR, and they're just gonna revamp the whole first 5 years again, and we'll see how that goes. Red Ninja, Zato took away Koda's trophy for being the oldest Ranger. Yeah. Spencer, Simon Bennett said that Sentai footage saves on costs, so I'm not sure about the toy split. Yeah, that's a point there. 2023 is the 30th anniversary. You'd think they'd want to do something, says Burgundy Ranger. Also, Burgundy Ranger does some big stuff on Twitter. He follows like metrics, a lot of metrics and stuff with it. Oh, Yuki Senpai! As long as the next Red Ranger season after Dino Fury is not Mighty Morphin, I'm good. Wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all, man? Wouldn't we all? It is scary time. It's a little unnerving, right? It's a little unnerving, not exactly knowing where Power Rangers might be going next with this. It's been I mean, Power Rangers is like your comfort blankie, right? Or, well, for me, it's my comfort hoodie, which I don't have down here. But I'm feeling better mentally. Yeah, I don't have my comfort hoodie. But, you know, you kind of just put it on like Power Rangers, it's always there. There's always going to be a next season. And if you think, well, there isn't a next season, you're like, no, you know, I don't like this. What do you mean there's not going to be another series? So what do you think? I thank you guys, everyone in chat. I'm really appreciating this, the views, the insight of what you guys are thinking. What's up, Paul, Mike, anyone else haven't mentioned yet? Winged Wolf, Jared. If they revamp MMPR, it's just, that's it, man. They're just going to do it again and again. But to basically wrap up that segment, that's what we got out of the investor meeting. We found out that they're just going to be a whole new imagined universe that is connected from, connected with everything. And who knows where that's going to go. But if you haven't, wait, I have it. I have this. Maybe my subscribe vid will work. I'll transition it over and we'll see. I was going to say, make sure you hit that subscribe button, everyone. Hey, there it is. So you can be notified and hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video, because I will be for all of this. That was about it for Ranger news in general. So now it's time to just move to Dino Fury news, right? I know. Dino Fury. Remember, of course, if you weren't here for the very beginning, we're going to talk about episode 1, more of a deep dive, and a little bit more to the preview of episode 2 after we finish everything else. We're going to do the show as normal, and then for the last bit offset, we're going to go ahead and talk more of a deep dive about that episode. But we do have to talk about and say the episode. Here's a little bit of lore we did get, and this is coming directly from Simon Bennett, the executive producer of all of this. He gave us a little bit of lore. This is thanks to, excuse me. Well, what in the world? Why is that? You subscribe video. You be good. You're not supposed to be up there. What we did get, though, from Simon Bennett was a little bit of information. Now, this is I'm going to talk about episode 1. But I've got to mention this one part, right? 7 times Superhero 101. I've only watched it 5 now, so you've definitely got me beat. From Simon Bennett, in my head, the henchmen in Zato were there to guard the Sporix in stasis should they ever be required to repel intruders. I like how this is the EP, by the way, saying in my head. So this is basically saying this is the backstory that you aren't really going to get, but this is what I wanted. Solon was the caretaker who kept things ticking over. It was a long 65 million years for Solon. She kept herself busy by cultivating lichen and fungi, cooking, making occasional forays outside for red meat, and since the 1940s, watched a lot of television. Dr. Akana's scan interfered with the defense mechanism, which allowed Void Knight to gain access. So this was a big question for me, and I don't know if it was a question for you, but after I watched it, I went to myself, was it the Rangers were there, right place, right time, where the earthquake, or was it all actually Dr. Akana? Because it shows like it is, and whatever. But yeah, according to Simon Bennett, it was Dr. Akana's scan interfered with the defense mechanism. So now, for the rest of the season, we blame Ollie's mom. We do not blame Ollie's mom. Oh my god. The preview for episode 2, she's already like, I got this. And I appreciate one of the little snide things. Amelia is like, oh great, it's Warren Buzzkill. She just completely is like, oh, his name's Warren Buzzkill. Hi there, Warren Buzzkill. I'm not quite. His last name is Garcia. Who else's last name is Garcia? Who is it? Oh, it's Javi and Izzy. Yep. Hopefully we're going to be seeing a little bit more about that. We got episode 1. of Power Rangers Dino Fury. With it, we did get some new names and whatnot of people who are going to be in the show. Let me close these old cast ones. You need to see this lady right here. You want to hear the name of Solon? Solon. I'll eventually get the mouth right for it, but not really who. That lady right there is Josephine Davison, and I'm gonna give you a moment. Woo! Hit my hole. I whacked my desk for a second. Who do you think that is? She's familiar. You've seen her. If you've seen enough seasons of Power Rangers, if you've seen specifically SPD, you will have seen her, but it was a while ago, so I'm gonna give you a second. Oh, I see one already. Spencer, can we just blame Dr. Akana? No, because she's amazing. Tira, although we can. It's Morgana! What? The adult form of Morgana. Adult form? What is she? Like a freaking Pokemon? Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Josephine Davison. You are not a Pokemon, but you are the voice of Solon. Now, this is coming from Power Scoop Blog. Now, they're the ones who to follow if you want to know castings, voicings, all that behind the scenes stuff. You gotta do that. So it says that in the credits, the voice actor is listed as Josephine Davison. However, they were just looking through. There's no actor by that name. There is, however, Josephine Davidson, who is a current actor in New Zealand and has done stuff with Power Rangers, so we're also thinking that's probably who it is. There's another person, though. Lydia Zanetti was also credited for it, and so we're not sure if... I looked her up. She does stuff with models, and so, like, I'm not sure if she helped build Solon or if she's maybe, like, the bodysuit of it, but Lydia Zanetti is another person that we have gotten because we're just getting. I love getting all of this. I'm just gonna throw another image up really quick while we go to the next one. No, I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one for a moment. We're gonna talk about No, we gotta do it. We gotta talk about J-Borg. I am. Oh, let me make this a little bigger for you. J-Borg has been casted, and there's a little thing about her that you won't see yet. You'll see afterwards. But I think this is hilarious that this just comes after 010101010101, where we had all of the human gears. She kind of looks a little bit like a Humagear, right? So this is J-Borg. Now, we had these comic relief characters named Zorb and Jean. And now we have a character named J-Borg. So I'm like, is this, maybe did they combine the character? They have fun. I've been reading a lot of interviews, especially with Simon Bennett and stuff about the background of it. And he's talked about the release of the stipulations they had to have with Power Rangers, like how they had to have Ben and Betty in Beast Morphers because they had to have a comedic duo. Well, they were already auditioning for this stuff, and so I don't know, is this going to be maybe Jane, instead of Jean and Zorb, maybe J-Borg is the Zorb and Jane is the Jean. I'm not sure. This came from, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head, and I feel so bad, but Jean, who plays Jane, posted it on her Instagram page. So, yeah, no comedic duo, hopefully, no. Thanks for the 20-minute late live notification. Hi, all. Orange Ranger, what's up, man? How you doing? I know I recognize someone's voice. It's crazy, right? They all come back. Is J-Borg a hidden Oh, Mighty CRJ, I see what you did there. So that's kind of fun. I don't have a picture for it, but I will mention real quick another thing of the voice. J-Borg. What I was talking about, Victoria Abbott. Victoria Abbott is J-Borg. So you can follow her on Instagram and stuff as well. It's been fun. I love like the side, like the secondary characters and stuff. we used to, like with Beast Morphers, like we found out about Ben and Betty and stuff. We kind of got some of the side, a little bit before, but we don't know anything about these guys. And so I love that they're just like on Instagram, like, oh my God, guys, by the way, I'm on Power Rangers and you're going to see me tomorrow. And I was like, neat. So Victoria Abbott, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see where you come from. I don't know if this is episode 2 or what, but we definitely got a look at her. But the biggest thing we got a look at her was not her, but the box she came in with. And this is just me personally. Hartford Robotics. I'll give y'all a second if you need it. Max a robot. Spoiler alert for Operation Overdrive. Hartford Robotics. You gotta be kidding me. I love it. That is a huge, huge throwback to Operation Overdrive. And this right here is one of the core things. I'm gonna say, back when I was talking about the season's gonna be different, they were talking about throwing in older references for fans while cutting back some of the physical humor, turning it more to wit and dialogue humor. Right here, Hartford Robotics, a clear throwback to the Hartford Industries. Hartford from Operation Overdrive, and here we go, Hartford Robotics. Knowing that, I wish, I'm so glad that they're not chained by Saban anymore and where this is gonna go. But it's these references right here, right? Like, yeah, I'm a real boy. But it is these references that make it for adult fans. And I talked about this in the episode 1 review. If you want to watch it, it's up on my page. But the wit in the writing was different. I watch a lot of kid shows. I have a 4-year-old. I have to watch shows that even sometimes it's like, I'm going to watch The Loud House. I'm going to watch a show made for 7-year-olds. Spare me. Just give me something, There is something different about this season, guys. Fundamentally listening to it, the way it's wrote, the way it's recorded, the way it's filmed, that one take in Buzz Blast, oh my gosh, it's been beautiful. So I hope you guys are ready. Hopefully we get even more references. I will mention real quick, the voice of Void Knight is Jared Turner. He actually played, I don't have an image of him, but he played in Ninja Steel. Remember when Calvin was going to become a mechanic and like drop out of school and whatever? He was the dude who was a mechanic. So he's the voice of Void Knight, and I do kind of want to bring in the question, do you think he's not a voice actor. I don't want to say like he's not a voice actor as in, oh, voice actors are bad. But I mean, he does both ends of it. He's not just a voice actor. Do you think at some point, Zato mentioned episode 1, where'd you steal that armor from? I wonder if we're going to see him unmasked at all, because his voice sounds, and if you go back to listen to it, his voice still sounds very human. Now, some of the voices, the monster voices, are very, blah, blah. He still sounds a very, very human-esque voice, and so I'm wondering if we are actually going to be getting him in an actual unmorphed way as well. Episode 2, should I mention? Okay. The Rangers got their powers, and that was episode 1. I know, that's horrible, right? Nobody wants that as an actual episode review. Dr. Akana is awesome and was going to do some scans of Dino Hinge, and Amelia was trespassing there, trying to just find out whatever, because she was going to do an article for the Buzz Blast. They end up running into each other, and Amelia shoots him with a net. They find Dino Hinge. His mom does a big scan. Boo, boo, boom. Things rumble. Earthquake crap hits the fan. They stop. Park Warden Garcia, probably Izzy and Javi's dad or somewhat relation, shows up, tell him they have to skedaddle. After his mom goes away, Void Knight shows up. They follow him down there, and they stop him after Void Knight insults Solon, who, by the way, is not an old lizard. She's very good for her age and a dinosaur. Ollie stops Void Knight. They fight a bunch, and eventually they morph into Rangers. But before they can save the Sporix from being completely sent out or stolen from outer space, Void Knight gets a hold of them. The henchmen now become evil, and they're listening to Void Knight now. And after that, finally Solon gets Zato awake out of his 65 million year stasis. He comes out, he defends from Void Knight. Sporix go absolutely everywhere. Void Knight escapes. However, he finds one Sporix that just so happened to left on the ground and was going to, I don't know, evolve or something. I can't think of the right word for it. He becomes a monster and they skedaddle. Zato gives the backstory of how in the world he's there. Apparently 65 million years ago, the Sporix decided to destroy his planet. They decided to fight. It didn't end up very well. His planet was destroyed, but the Sporix went ahead and left, and they went to Earth. His and the rest of his knights went back to Earth, and they tried to defend. They were getting their butts kicked, weren't going to win. The dinosaurs decided to help them, fought back a little bit. They weren't going to win. Morphin Grid comes out of nowhere, defends them. It's like, hey, we're going to give you powers from the dinosaurs. Turn the dinosaurs into Dino Henge and gave them powers. However, the Morphin Master, Green, did have a skirt. Yes, that's fine. Green's not going to have a skirt in the season. Yes, that's fine. We also did see a little bit of thing of the Gold Ranger. They get Zords. They fight them all off. Unfortunately, everyone on Zato's team died. Or at least didn't win. Now, maybe Gold will have survived later on. We're not really sure. But that's about where it is. And they're like, hey, we're going to be Power Rangers. We're going to help. What can we do? Zato says, now it's time to train. Time. That was episode 1 in one take. Woo! Okay. No, nothing in chat. Maybe I thought I was a little impressed with the fact that I just did the entire episode 1 off the top of my head in just a few breaths. But that's fine. That's fine. Episode 2 hitting, we are going to be getting a little Zord stuff as well. We did get that preview from Nickelodeon. More stuff for Dino Fury coming up next week. Sporix Unleashed. We're going to have a new one. Ollie carries out a plan to catch Sporix without his teammates' knowledge. When monsters take advantage of this idea, Ollie realizes the benefit of working as a team. This is pretty much the preview that we did get from Power Rangers on their official Twitter page, and it's on like Facebook. It's on their YouTube page as well. But it's basically, he's like, I have a plan, and they're like, this wasn't the plan, and then, you know, his mom is in danger. Right? Yeah, Liz dropping the hard facts. I try. Yeah, Gravy, Dino Key. They're definitely gonna be showing different Dino Keys off, which I'm glad. I mean, to show off the merch at least a little bit. Not this Saturday, but the following, episode 3. That's gonna be called Lost Signal. Dino Fury Rangers intercept a mysterious message from outer space. Zato is desperate to know if it was sent from his home planet. It's going to be, remember, next week, that episode. Nope, not Hartford Technologies. We already talked about you. We're gonna bring up a beautiful picture that's got our green and black Ranger on it that we don't see yet. Because they're not showing up until episode 4. Episode 4, new recruits. Void Knight's new General Boom Tower tries to steal a mysterious orb from the City Museum. When the Dino Fury Rangers struggle to stop him, they get help from an unexpected source. Yes. And so, yeah, I guess hopefully this is going to be when they show up in episode 4. Spencer, absolutely. I think the signal is Mick. That could be kind of fun. Although Mick stayed on Earth, so it makes me wonder why it would be like in outer space, unless it would be like he would just show up to help him. But I do like the way you think that person, that could be something. Could be something, you know, right there. A little bit, I do have to joke about that Hartford Robotics. On the Instagram page, it said, quote, extremely happy with my latest purchase from Hartford Robotics. Product has a couple odd operating issues, but I'm sure it'll be fine. A++ would order again. Love, Jane. Yeah, that's going to be the comedic duo. And, all right, bring it. If that's going to have to be it, they already seem way more grounded than... the comedy in it was way more grounded than Ben and Betty's scanner crazy issue with the mayor. Right? Dino Fury is just taking over everything, and that was just the news of Dino Fury. We still have to talk about, let's just go ahead and talk about comic news. Yeah, let's talk about comic news. Real quick, we have 2 new comics that are going to be coming out. One of them is, there we go, Mighty Morphin. How old is that? Go-Go Power Rangers Volume 9. Remember, it ended on 32, so it's 28 through 32. Last four issues of Power Rangers. It's going to be coming out September 7th. $16.99, and then we also have Power Rangers Volume 3. That's going to be issues 9 through 12. That one's coming out December 21st. Obviously a while because they haven't even came out yet, but they are up. I will have a link. If you want to check any of the links and anything I talk about below, just take a look. It's like Amazon shop something. If I look, I'll find it. Amazon.com/shop/Ranger Liz. I got it all set up, but if you click on it, you'll be able to find everything that I talk about basically in the show. It's all going to be categorized, whether it's comics, whether it's dino stuff or whatever, but it'll all be up there. Try to find it in one easy peasy lemon squeezy shot for you. And that is actually about it in talking about comic news this week. I think one came out, and I can't remember it exactly off the top of my head. And I'm so sorry. Chat will tell me. I just realized the comic did come out this Wednesday, and I don't have it. Let's talk real quick about gaming news while somebody corrects me on that one. Gaming news, we got to first look at the prototype for the upcoming Dino Thunder Blue Ranger figurine. This is going to be from Heroes of the Grid. Remember, it's from Renegade Studios. Heroes of the Grid. It's all good in the Heroes of the... I'm going to drop something right here. We go. I got my Megazord figure right here. Bam! So we are getting... This is the Blue Ranger from Power Rangers Dino Thunder. They did a painting thing on it. I'll just open this while I'm talking because why not? They did a painting thing on it on their Twitch channel. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, I have a link for it. I have almost every link that I've talked about already in the notes down below. If you want to check out anything as I'm talking about it, pull it up on another monitor or anything. But woohoo! Look at that. This is what oh, it's not gonna focus because I'm not on an autofocus anymore. I'm on a DSLR. I love it. Anyhow, they have a paint up for there, but this is what they normally look like. They're completely blank like that, and then you have to paint them yourself. Check out the link if you want to the entire Twitch stream where you can get a little more look at Dino Thunder Blue. Merch news coming at ya. I'm gonna start with, I guess, the quickest one to get through because this Mezco 112. It's from Mezco. Mezco is the brand, and then it's 112 collective Mighty Morphin Green Power Ranger. Now, I personally, this is me going, why again? Didn't we just get one of these? Now, we have ones, and it's from, what, 3-0. Oh, okay, yeah, 3-0. They're going to be doing them, and they have the whole run up. It's going to be, they're $100 a piece. If you want to get all 6 of them, including the Green Ranger, it's $550. And then they also have the Red Ranger with the shield, which is like $120, but you can't get it for $120 anymore. The pre-orders are gone. In fact, you can't really get the Red Ranger or Green Ranger by themselves. If you want to get them, you have to get like the whole dang pack at this point, the whole kit and caboodle for $550. That's beside the point. The point is, we don't have any price or anything on this figure, but I feel bad that I'm already like, we already have one out, and this isn't my... Hit subscribe. I'll let you know when we find out more for it. He is going to include his Dragon Dagger and the Sword of Darkness. His line is known for wonderful accessories, so hopefully it will be another fantastic posing figure for you. But unfortunately, if I was going to drop the money, I would get one with all the other ones. But that's just me. That's just me. What else it is not? You know what's not me? How about Lightning Fig PR? And that's Josh. Right there. We got some new ones. Now, he's saying they're from... look. This guy is literally building his entire reputation on the Lightning Collection. If he posts something like this, he believes it's true. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. 2 new Lightning Collection listings from a reliable but anonymous source. Now remember, anonymous doesn't mean he doesn't know where it came from. It means he knows where it came from. He double checked, he did all of stuff himself, but he's hiding who told it to him first, and he's putting it out there. BLT LGY Camera BLT SRE Pinata. BLT just means Lightning Collection. LGY is Lost Galaxy, and I have no idea what camera is. Somebody found a really funny picture of Lost Galaxy Red next to a camera, like in filming back for Lost Galaxy, and that's probably not going to be it. Maybe a villain? There's nothing in Lost Galaxy that's like a different color that we haven't seen yet, so that's why we're like, I don't know what camera is. And then Pinata, just who the heck knows where Pinata's coming from, but we're getting something. I joked that was going to be a Piranha's head, because Piranha's head was the big, if it was going to be a new monster, because Piranha's head was a really big monster, remember, that destroyed the Zords, and the whole Zed came in, so he was a pretty big monster. So if I would see Pinata, that's the one I would guess, but believe me, do not take that, that's just a simple guess on my part. No other information or anything given, but they are in the system, and I'll let you know when we have some more information for it. And with that, guys, it looks like it is about time to start jumping into Rider news. I was gonna wait, there we go. Excuse me, it's that time of year, y'all. I'm not gonna ick you with the details. Let's talk about Kamen Rider Saber. I remember we will go back to episode 1 in the preview for episode 2 more after this. Kamen Rider Saber, Elemental Primitive Dragon, and Sabera have been revealed. So Primitive Dragon is the one on the left, Kamen Rider. Sabera is going to be the one on the right. So Saber is apparently having trouble controlling his new form, but he's going to combine Elemental and Primitive Dragon Wonder books, get stuff. He's going to be Elemental Primitive Dragon. Basically, he's got fire, water, air, and earth. So Rika, who I am so far behind on Saber, I'm so sorry, but she is going to be also transforming now into Kamen Rider. I've already forgotten her. Kamen Rider Sabera. She's going to be the Smoke Swordsman, which I think is really fun. The Smoke Swordsman. She uses the power of smoke, making her movements unpredictable and hard to trace. I dig that. Nope. There we go. It's going to show you a little bit more of a picture of Kamen Rider Saber Elemental Primitive Dragon. Right there. That's those books just get crazier and crazier. I like my Pita Fantasy. Wow, what do you got? I liked these, but I don't know. I gotta eventually just deep dive back into it. I am all caught up on Kiramager though. How about Kamen Rider Sabera? Also get a little more picture of her from a few different angles if you want to take a look at that. Her sword is going to be Enekin Noroshi, which translates to Smoke Imperial Sword Smoke Signal. So we're going to be getting those guys coming up soon. Oh, whoops. I was going to talk about Televi-kun. No, I will. I'll swap it back real quick. There is going to be a Televi-kun special for Saber, Kamen Rider Saber Dragon, Televi-kun. More information on whatever of that later. But yes, he is going to be getting something in that realm as well. I mean, it's a little bit bigger for you. How about we talk about Soto Chronicle, Kamen Rider O's. We got some new sets coming out. This is, I don't even want to try to say what these combos are. It's the Seishirogin and Shigazeshi. I've never really caught on to the O's, other than Tatoba, Tatoba, Tatoba. Tatoba, Tatoba, Tatoba. I had to do it twice just because that's what it is. So it's going to require assembly. Got to put it all together. That's the thing. But it is going to have extra hands, a stand that you can put the extra hands, which is kind of strange. I'm not sure about that. I don't remember that from host. But it is a premium Bandai Web exclusive. Going to cost you 4,600 yen. Coming out in July. If you want to get them, keep a look, man. Amazon and whatnot. I'm guessing they're new. Oh, this set is based on the new combos that was first teased in Kamen Rider Mega Max before it was revealed as part of the O's Driver Complete set. So, hopefully that helped you out a little bit, Alan. Thank you, Yuki. The pictures from the Televi-kun special. There we go. Yuki Seed's always got it going on. It's from the CSM stuff. They decided to make toys from it. Of course they would. Of course they would. Right. It's time to talk about Sentai. Let's talk a little bit about these Sentai gears, right? These are going to be the next ones that we're going to be getting. Lots of fun stuff. So Zenkaiger, we have one more episode of Kiramager, and then Zenkaiger is going to be starting. How excited are you? If you've been watching Kiramager, let me know in the chat. What do you guys think about it? Like, have you been watching it? Are you enjoying it? And then, of course, Zenkaiger is going to be starting up next. There's a full article from Yuki Senpai over there. You click the link below to go to the site. But Hurricaneger is going to have Hurricane Red Sky Dash attack. Ninja is going to have the Nin Retsusion attack. Lupin Ranger is going to have agility and the ability to open Sages attack. These things are going to be crazy. I can't wait to get mine in. I know as soon as I get that thing where it's like, they're available to ship, I'm going to be getting it. I can't wait to play with it. Hopefully as soon as possible while watching the show and chatting along with you guys. Another little thing is confirmed Zenkaiger is going to pilot the various versions of Zenkaio. He gets a small cockpit to pilot the mecha. And we got a little bit more information about finishers as well. There's a lot of pictures for it. So if you want to see more, go ahead and take a look. Kiramager. Kiramager is ending, and I just had to show an image for it because I'm ready. I'm ready. At the end of this show, those six guys, whatever, versus like, bring them on, man. Bring the Emperor on. I have faith. I have faith in my friends. Basically, this last thing is Sentai though is gonna be fun. It's also from Kiramager. Mimicherry styling Yodana is gonna be happening to come out. 2,700 yen, set for a September release. Gonna be a premium Bandai web exclusive item. Doesn't pose, doesn't do anything. It just looks like this. But yeah, coming out in September. And I am going to take just a really, really quick, about 30-second break while you guys check out this photo BRB. I'm sorry that took longer than 30 seconds. Keith was upstairs, though, and he made me a gin and tonic. So, there we go. The tongue thing she does will haunt me forevermore, right? Chair stream is patiently awaiting you and asking you to please subscribe or something like that. We are moving on to Ultraman. Oh, moving over to 2 pounds. Thank you so much, Alan. You down to figure oddly happy. It's a little different. It's a diet tonic water, right? You know what? I could talk about a lot of these other things first, but I kind of just want to talk about Savenger because he's Savenger, right? That's cool, right? Right. Ultraman Z Fights Avenger manga has been announced. It's going to be in Televi-kun magazine, first set for March 1st. I love how it's like March 1st in the April edition and yada yada, but I can't wait for Savenger because I really love Savenger and I thought he was adorable. And it's going to be written by Zet's director and co-writer, so it's going to be completely in there, and I hope somehow, some way I can get to read it because I really, really need that. Also, Zet, if you don't recall, so you say Tiga, I'm just pulling up a Tiga pic real quick. They are reposting them on YouTube. So I've rewatched episode 1 of Ultraman Z, but I really need to go through and try to rewatch episode like 2 or 3. Should get in there, man, because I really miss it. It was really fun. This guy right here, though, this is SH Figure Art. Shingo Huseiho Ultraman Taiga has been revealed. So it's going to be for its 25th anniversary. It's going to have his true bone carving sculpting method. That's going to be fun. July release, 6,600 yen. He's going to have some different hands come with him, and it's also going to include his Spacium beam effect. Here's another image for you. I'll toss over real quick. So yeah, this is Shingo Huseiho, SH Figure Arts, Ultraman Taiga is going to be coming out July release, 6,600 yen. Other Toku, that's about it. Wait, maybe you're behind on something. I hear the JK, why you clickbait? I'm like, I talked about that earlier, so I'm not sure. No? Okay. Let's talk about this other fun guy right here. And that is... No, I don't want to start with that picture. Let's start with this picture right here. How about Good Smile Company? Thunder Gridman has been revealed. And there's going to be 2 different forms of this one, right? The Gatai Thunder Gridman. It's a recreation of the triple mecha combo with Thunderjet, Twin Driller, and God Tank, and includes all of the accessories, of course, as well. Now, there's going to be a standard edition, and that's going to run you 29,000 yen, and then there's going to be a Tokusatsu edition, which is going to have special paint details and panel lining. That one's going to cost you 40,000 yen, but it's going to include everything. It's going to have both versions currently scheduled for an August of 2021 release. So, a quick pick right there so you can see it, but that is what we were talking about with God Tank, Twin Driller, and Thunder Jet. This one threw me for a loop, though, guys. Mega Beast investor Josephine. I feel like I talked about this, less than a year or 2 ago, that it had gotten subs because it was Metallic fan subs was going through, and they're like, okay, we're going to get all these Metal Hero series done. Boom. It is not available for download. However, it's available on Crunchyroll. Yeah, Crunchyroll is going to be up there. It's the 4th Metal Hero series. This is going to strange. It's only in the US and Canada. If you're watching, if you want to know more, in the series, Justin's parents were killed by space pirates when he was just a baby. He was raised by a space hermit and scientist. Yada yada. He wears a special suit, has superhuman powers, and he's gonna put a stop to Satan Goth's evil plans. Satan Goth, right? Okay. That sounds delightful. Satan. Yeah. I don't know. I would still watch it. Maybe. Let's go. With that, guys, I'm gonna swap over real quick, and I'm gonna do quick. We're gonna start chatting